Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 998.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about, are you feeling financial anxiety? Because recently a survey was done and about 77% of people said they are feeling some anxiety about their finances. So we're going to talk about why that might be and how to feel better. But first, this survey was done by eMoney. It surveyed 2,000 adults age 18 and up, and what most people were feeling anxious about were things like increasing gas prices, that was 43% of people, paying their bills, that was 42%, inflation, 40%, retirement savings, 33%, and paying taxes, 32%. So while all these different reasons were why people were feeling anxious, I think there's other reasons kind of mixed in there too. And a lot of it has to do with the media, the news, the financial talk, and that is people in general have been talking about a real estate market crash, a stock market crash, a bond market crash, currency crashes. I mean, there's all kinds of conversations going on about crashes. So it kind of puts you in this anxious mode that something terrible is about to happen. And then combine that with the fact that the stock market is down year to date. We have the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ all down for the year so far, and volatile markets to start off the year. And I think people are just feeling very uneasy, and that's really understandable. According to Celeste Ravelli, a certified financial planner and director of financial planning at eMoney, she said the survey is really showing that there's a lot of financial anxiety that's caused by inflation, market volatility, and just that uncertainty coming out of the pandemic and the impact that that's had on everyone in their everyday lives. And I think that's exactly right. I think coming out of the pandemic, people's lives have really changed, and there's been a lot going on. And now that the numbers are down, the mask mandates are coming off, even yesterday, hotel stocks were up dramatically because people are wanting to travel again. 85% of people are saying they're ready to start doing some travel. And this spring is my forecast for COVID being mostly behind us, the economy reopening, and I think we're going to see people traveling more. We're going to see hotels and planes and cruises and so on be very popular again. We're going to see the economy recovering. We're going to see a lot of those hedge funds that were short have to cover those shorts and go into the market and buy stocks at whatever the market price is. And that is going to drive stock prices higher. So my forecast for Q2 and Q3 is that stocks move dramatically higher because of all this short covering that's going to happen. I also think we're going to get a relief rally, and we're going to get a happiness rally that we don't see interest rate hikes as badly as they've been telling us we're going to get them. I think we're going to have a quarter point in the spring and maybe one a little later in the summer or fall. So 2 interest rate hikes for about a total of 0.5%. I'm not seeing 7 interest rate hikes like some financial experts have said. So if we get fewer interest rate hikes, the stock market takes off, people are going to feel a lot better, and this anxiety will naturally dissipate. But I think there's some proactive things that you can do as well. I think by saving more money, that's going to definitely help you feel better, just having more set aside, more in savings. I think being very deliberate about your investments, having your money not just sitting in a bank savings account, but being invested in the stock market is a smart thing to do to get your money working harder for you. Because inflation isn't running the 7% that they're telling us, it's running closer to 15% and a lot higher for certain individual items. So this is something that you need to get your money working harder for you and not just have it sitting there. And that's something that the survey also said that was happening, is that people are investing and turning to assets like stocks, 48%, cryptocurrencies, 43%, mutual funds, 41%, and real estate, 36%, and bonds, 36%. So at least they're getting their money to work for them, and they're doing some things to try to outpace the inflation rate, which is the right thing to do. So the one area where I am concerned is about the March 1 through 6 time horizon. I think we're going to have volatility there, but once we get through that rough patch, that's when I think we're going to have the strong second and third quarters, and the market's going to go up dramatically. So once we can get past that early March patch, things will start to look better and things will start to turn a corner that I think are going to help your finances and help you feel better. And if you haven't listened to my annual forecast yet, I do encourage you to listen to that and hear what I had to say for the year. I also forecast that cryptocurrencies would do very well in March, and we're getting close to that time. So I think we're really going to see cryptos lift off like crazy in the March time horizon. Between cryptos doing well and after that rough patch in stocks the first week of March, getting into short covering and the stock market's lifting off in Q2 and Q3, things are going to be looking up this year. So hang in there. We'll get through this. And don't let all the doom and gloom get you down. I want to remind you that all of my podcasts are listed on my website. I call it the Wealth Mentoring Library at lindapjones.com/podcasts, where we have a search bar. You can search for whatever topics you want to know more about, but there's a lot more podcasts over there than what Apple has available to you. So you can search for a wealthy mindset, or how to get a better credit score, or how to pay off debt, or how to invest, and of course, a lot of the basics about cryptocurrency. I have a whole podcast playlist on cryptocurrency for people who want to learn more about that as well. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.